Hello again. As somebody who sails from time to time a little close to the wind on YouTube, I have a natural interest in the trial which began today of Alex Belfield, who has getting on for 400,000 subscribers on YouTube. The charges against him allege that he pursued a course of conduct that amounted to harassment of the 8 complainants in the case, which had amounted to stalking and caused them serious alarm or distress. The supposed victims in the case are 4 men and 4 women. The women are Rosina Breen, Liz Green, Helen Thomas and Stephanie Hurst. The men are Jeremy Vine, Ben Hewis, Philip Delaney and Bernard Spedding. These offences were supposedly committed at various times between November the 25th, 2012 and March 31st, 2021. I detail the charges because there seems to be a good deal of uncertainty among supporters of Alex Belfield as to whether this is a civil or criminal case, and even whether or not he is the plaintiff or defendant. Some people seem to think that this is about him suing the BBC or police. It's not, it's a criminal case against him. In a tweet earlier today, Belfield said that dreams can come true. Over 10 years to get to the truth, whole truth and nothing but the truth. 10 a.m. we begin justice at Nottingham Crown Court. Few people would guess from reading this that the person writing it was a defendant in a criminal case in which the offences with which he is charged can result in 10 years imprisonment if proved. It sounds as though he's delighted to have been arrested and charged with stalking. Speaking for myself, ending up in the dock at the Crown Court charged with 8 serious offences like that would not be my idea of a dream coming true. More a nightmare, really. Matters are not rendered any less complicated by the fact that Belfield also faces 2 civil actions, one of which also involves Jeremy Vine. Those to whom the name of Jeremy Vine is familiar will realise that he works for the BBC, as do, or in some cases such as Rosina Breen did, the others named in the indictment. Since May, Rosina Breen has been Editor-in-Chief and CEO of the Bureau of Investigative Journalism. Jeremy Vine is suing Alex Belfield in the High Court for harassment and defamation, but that case has been put on ice until the result of this criminal case has been heard. A police officer in the case against Belfield is also, with the help of the Police Federation, suing him for defamation and claiming damages against him of £100,000. Nothing much happened in court today. The case won't really get going properly until tomorrow. There was some debate. Belfield wanted his address kept secret. He didn't think it would be of any advantage to anybody and would put him in danger if his address were published, but the judge didn't agree with him, so journalists are free to publish Alex Belfield's address now. The first part of the trial, which will really get going tomorrow, will be the prosecution outlining its case and detailing the allegations made against Alex Belfield. The reason that this is an interesting case is that it hinges around the possible limits of free speech and what we can and cannot say about or to other people. This is an interesting subject in itself, and I'll go into it in some detail tomorrow. For now, I will point out that, of course, free speech is not an absolute, but is rather constrained by various things. I won't talk about this as it relates to this particular case, though, because, of course, the entire matter is sub judice and it must be treated with great caution. Alex Belfield, who has since leaving the BBC become a journalist, says that he will be reporting on his own trial later this evening, and this is something very unusual. I don't think I've ever heard of any journalist doing such a thing. I wouldn't do it myself, but I dare say that he knows his own business best.